sandy bottom with sand in it? Because I'm thinking, what about if we actually glued some sand to it? And that's where you get the texture from. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
See how that would look when it mixes in with the paint.
And if you painted the bottom and then you
Put the sand
sprayed adhesive on and threw sand at it.
Well, but you gotta picture sand being underwater though. It's not gonna look the same way it does on top. It's not perfectly white. I'm gonna have to mix the paint in with it.
Yeah, I got you. You would paint it.
What we do is we put the sand first, then paint it.
Yeah.
And as I'm doing the texture and everything, you know, the sun and the water, it would bleed down into the sand, and it'll have the bottom.
That would be good because then it would give, right where the sand starts coming out, it would have a different texture. And all this would just be flat because it's water.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
But the sand would have a little texture to it.
Yeah, it would look more realistic.
Right.
That's the whole idea.
Well, that's what I was thinking about. We're talking about texture with the logs, the kind of the curves, have just a little bit of texture to the log.
Yeah.
And that I can just put modeling tape on.
Right.
Wow.
Okay.
And it's not a whole lot, but if you went over there and touched it,
you'd feel some texture.
You'd feel some texture.
So where it's kind of popping out.
Yeah.
Not smooth like the water.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Like an actual log.
Right.
So it's like one of the things where you picture the log is halfway into the log.
Yeah.
And part of it coming out.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
So we're talking about the line where it breaks away from the shore, from the sky. At this point, there's going to be no shore over here.
Correct. Yeah, this is going to be deep water.
And first of all, we got.
And so that's the reason I think the sandy beach probably starts about where that yellow cord is and gets pretty shallow, so that it looks like it's really deep over here.
Yeah.
So that way over here it's 10 feet deep.
Yeah, for sure.
But over there so it's got a big rake to it, you know.
Yeah. But do we want anything on the bottom other than sand?
Well, that's what I was trying to say. Do you want it to be like an ocean or like a lake?
It's a lake. I mean, and on the bottom of a lake, it's not very pretty usually.
Yeah.
It's usually
We don't
like
like to look grass.
it's all leaves and
Gunk.
So I'm thinking just sand.
Yeah, sand will look
Like it's a little bit more of a manicured.
Well, you gotta think about it. Lake Norman Park, it's sand. There's a beach there.
There's a beach there. That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot
but
of
it's a
beaches
manicured beach. It was put in there, but I think that's what we're going for here.
Still a lake, yeah.
It looks manicured.
What about if we have some painting? Would that perspective make sense? Or some nickels or some chains? Because you gotta think about how big that is. But then, that wouldn't work. Never mind. It wouldn't work at all.
Yeah.
Because it would have to be, we'll figure out a way. You're right. I'm thinking stupid 3D right now. Like, you know, how are you gonna make that stick out of the wall?
Right.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, and that stuff is likely to get hit if it's sticking out of the wall very much.
we can drill, like have a jigsaw in the wall. No, that's almost like a dark hole. I'm thinking more of VR type stuff now.
Yeah.
Unless I did art to where somehow it's like the flat part of the wall, you know, of course the sand coming up, and so we somehow fill it out to where it's going past that molding, but how will we do that? So then you
and I don't think I want to come out cold because all this stuff sits against the wall sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's just likely to get bumped into and knocked off.
But then that would kind of take away from the flat glass look too. It would be. See, I have a lot. That's just my mixed media stuff coming out of me.
Yeah.
You know, because my style is I can do something kind of realistic, but then it kind of fades in more of an impressionist type style.
You know what, Cole? We could finish this corner with a danger buoy. And half of it's below the water, and half of it's above the water, but we cut the buoy in half. So the buoy is, and I'm talking about painting, not a real buoy, but the back side of the buoy is missing. But the front side of the buoy,
we just cut it off sharp.
Cut it off sharp, like that's the edge of the painting. But make a danger buoy. The danger buoy has a diamond on it, but instead of it facing this way, it's facing that way.
Yeah. I would have to take a look at pictures of that.
Alright, but then we'd have a finished edge.
Yeah.
Because we just cut the
you
back
mean a
side.
diamond symbol?
Yes, a diamond symbol.
Yeah.
It's a danger buoy.
Half the diamond is shown. Oh,
Yeah.
no.
The whole diamond is showing facing that way, like it's facing shore.
True, yeah.
Because usually half of it faces the shore and half of it faces out here in the deep water. But then, if we just cut it in half, it could be a finish all the way, because below a danger buoy at the bottom, there's a big loop like the bottom of a regular buoy, and there's a weight going down to anchor it to the ground, so there could be that could go down forever. And that could be the end.
You like that versus the faded out look?
I don't know, I'm just throwing that out there, that we could have a finished edge right there if we wanted one.
If we do the finished edge, it would make sense to put another panel, nail it, and to have an actual frame to it.
Or the danger buoy could come all the way up, is what I'm saying. It could come all the way to the edge, to the top. Like it's sticking above the frame.
I mean, to separate the edge from, that blind panel, you probably want another piece of molding, maybe, but then it would make sense.
Well, over there, I think fading it into that can look cool. If you can fade that log into that, behind that TV.
Yeah, that would be awesome, yeah.
That'd be cool. And it's fine with me too, if you think it's better to just fade it out over here. But I just thought, we could finish it.
Yeah.
If we wanted to.
Well, probably in this case, I'm going to do likely all acrylic. Likely. Unless I want to add some oil highlights for better, more vibrant color, or let's just say maybe on the bath or something. But what I'm going to have to do is this. I'm going to have to draw the baths and probably wash it over the whole thing. You got to think about it to make it look like it's
part of it, or in there.
Because you want water in front of the bath.
You do.
Because if you just have a bath there, it's just kind of
like he's coming through the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to be in the water.
In the water, not
because he's 2 feet away from the fishing lure.
Yeah.
He's 2 feet deep in the water.
So we got a gar, we got a bass.
If we can get a catfish, but catfish is going to be on the bottom.
Is he going to be on the bottom over there, or is that just going to be all over the tree?
I think that's just something. I think he's like right in here.
Yeah, right in there. Yeah.
Because I think the lure is here and the bass is coming from here.
Yeah. So from this angle, you're probably going to see probably most of the top of the catfish.
Yeah, you are. Yeah. You are. You're going to be at least 3/4 down on him.
Yeah. And no objects or anything sticking out from the bottom or anything kind of just have a nice, pretty clean look. And it's gonna be bright. Over here it's gonna be the brightest. And then I would have to mix some darker blue to fade in to make it look like it's deeper. Then right under the log, then it's gonna turn darker again. Because it's gonna be shady under the log.
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty good plan.
Okay. You want a measurement?
You wanna do that now, or I'd have to get my pencil and paper?
Well, just put it in your phone. You want me to text it to you?
That'd be better. Yeah, you know I'm an old school guy. I like to write things.
Well, I can give you a pencil and piece of paper. I'll hold that on that corner over there. You got a maximum of 88 inches. That's to the edge of this section.
So that's 88. It's probably gonna be like 85 faded into the white. If we're gonna do the faded look.
And then you got 26. 26 inches.
So 88 by 26. And then we're gonna. Where's mine? I don't know where. Is this it?
That's mine.
No, yours is up here.
I don't even know where. Is
Yeah,
that
it
mine?
is right there. Look.
I don't even know where I put it.
Okay. Do I need to hold a measuring stick?
Done with that.
88 inches long by, what did you say it was?
26.
26 deep. So we gotta measure where the water line is likely gonna be. I think that would be a good.
You want that from the top?
Yeah, might as well from the top.
Everything 8 inches? Or is that
So
7?
we'll probably need to go 7.
7 inches?
7 inches. Yeah, 7. So probably what I'll do is I'll on a piece of drawing paper I'll kind of format 88 inches by 26. Try to gauge that on a smaller scale the best I can, and then kind of do that layout we were talking about. So then you get a rough idea, and then of course we're gonna draw some basic shapes of the fish, basic kindergarten, just for placement purposes.
Yeah, placement purposes.
And then of course I'll have something coming out towards the middle.
Yeah.
And then I'll label it. I'll write it down with pen. And then what we're gonna do. So I'll write all that. Then of course we'll look over it again and make sure there's.
And really, Cole, if we don't have a gar and we don't have a catfish, I think primary we want to have the bass because that's going to be a focal point.
Yeah.
Having that lure and everything.
For sure.
And then if we can get the tree in there, I'd like to have a couple turtles.
Yeah.
We only have turtles and a bass. Perfectly happy with not making it so cluttered.
Yeah.
I don't want it to feel cluttered.
I do think if you can make it look like the light coming down through the water,
That's the whole
that would be
idea.
really fantastic. That would be like a really
Well, that's the way I had it in that one picture
That's
that I've done. And also the other picture that I've done of the cat. But then I kind of it was a late night, and I kind of wanted to make sure like it was in a window, and I had to look like a circle, and then I'd have to show it. But anyway, it's like you're in a submarine, and the cat, and there's a circle, and it's like a cat, it's like a piece of a circle. I'd have to show you that, but that's another project later, way later down the road.
I think that would help me the window. What? Have the light coming down into the water, but yeah, I think that would help it blend it down.
Yeah. Because you definitely have a lot, when you're out on the lake, there's a lot of light in this room.
Yeah. And just
That way
having,
when you walk in the door and you see the window and you see a reflection down into the water,
well, the key is
even more and
that-
look at water.
to have a lot of white mixed in with lighter blues and some greens.
Yeah. With a little aqua.
Makes sense.
Well, I don't know if I messed. You want me to bring that, show you that cat painting that I might have even, I don't think I ruined it, but I might have ruined it.
Well, we'll walk out there and go to the fire pit. We're going in pretty quick, so it's dark and sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we already got supper
Stinky.
lined up for being
Stinky.
stinky.
Yeah.
All right, take your sticky note and leave the rest behind.
All right.
When you go down the ladder, you go down the right way. I'm gonna beat the
Hear
crap
that?
out of you and get to the bottom.
Well, I mean, if I'm already down, then, you know, I'm already
drinking,
down.
Yeah, but she's coming after you. But she's
I don't know, I'm
Yeah.
not that. I mean, really, I think I'm alright. I mean, come on, it's a truly.
It's too true.
Oh, you're right.
Don't let me see you go down there front way. Go, turn around.
If the Truly's empty, throw the can away. No, it's not. You're still carrying it with you.
Turn around.
You are gonna truly fall down.
You better turn all the way around.
Yeah.